26 minutes past 7 o'clock now. The American Secretary of State Hillary Clinton has categorically denied any US involvement in the killing of a nuclear scientist in Iran. Mustafa Ahmed Rashan, who worked at a uranium enrichment facility, died along with the driver of his car. The attack on the streets of the Iranian capital is just the latest in a series of daylight killings of scientists, which Iran accuses both Israel and the United States of orchestrating. Well, Nabila Ramdani is a journalist and Middle East expert. Nabila, good morning to you.
Good morning.
So the Americans have denied any involvement. No word yet, though, from Israel. What's your sense of who is responsible here?
Well, we've heard, a statement coming out of the White House, and more precisely the Secretary of State, Hillary Clinton, denying, and the wording is important, categorically denying any responsibility in active violence in the killing of the Iranian scientists. Well, that doesn't exclude violence by proxy, for example. We've heard also the official reaction in Israel, which appeared to be much more cryptic. And in fact, a statement was put out by Brigadier General Yoav Mordecai, the Israeli military spokesman, who wrote on his Facebook page, and I quote, "I don't know who took revenge on the Iranian scientist, but I'm definitely not shedding a tear." We've heard also other Israeli sources clearly admitting to the killing, admitting to using, in fact, Iranians to carry out these attacks by proxy. What is unclear, however, is whether Iranians involved are aware of it or not.
The difficulty, of course, for all of us, that we're working in a very murky world, Nabila, trying to, I suppose, unravel the mystery of these particular series of killings. Could it be the work of Mossad, do you think? Because that seems to be where most of the suspicion is now falling.
Well, absolutely. And when you speak to Mossad spokesman or spokesperson, in fact, they do not deny their involvement. They are very vague about, who's behind it. They do not openly admit to being involved, but they do not deny their involvement as well, which, of course, leaves room for interpretation as far as their involvement is concerned. But what is very, very clear is that the West and its ally seems to be determined to stop Iran's nuclear program because of the threat it represents to Israel's security.
And how effective is this particular tactic, if it is the case that this is the way they're going about trying to reduce that threat by taking out individual scientists? How big of an impact does that have on Iran's nuclear plans?
Well, in fact, none whatsoever. If anything, it leads to a further, escalation in. It stoke, in fact, Iran's growing anti-Western belligerence, and we've heard how, despite these attacks, the Iranian government saying that it was last weekend. It announced that. It was about to open a second major uranium enrichment site and about to start production on that site, clearly in defiance to these attacks perpetrated on Iranian soil. And as you said in your introductory segment, it was the fourth such attack reported in 2 years.
Mm-hmm. Well, Nabila, we're going to leave it there, but we do appreciate you taking the time to talk to us this morning and indeed to provide your analysis on this particular situation, on the implications for it. Nabila, thank you very much for talking to us this morning.
Thank you.